Hello everyone, we are reading chapter number 3 Deep Water, written by William Douglas, and we have read in the last video that William sank into the pool. One accident happened with him and he was drowning actually in the pool, right? So he tried to get out of the water, but he felt that he went down endlessly, and when he opened his eyes there was nothing he could see, only the yellow glow in the water was there, and the sheer stark terror seized him, right? So this we have read in the last video. Now we have to start today with the next slide, so let's see. And then in the midst of the terror came a touch of reason. I must remember to jump when I hit the bottom. At last I felt the tiles under me. My toes reached out as to grab them. I jumped with everything I had. So here in this paragraph, in the midst of means in the between of something. So here in the first line he is saying that in between the phase of terror, William recollected the plan that he had to take a jump and he has to touch the bottom of the pool, as he felt the tiles also below his feet, right? So he used that all the strength whatever he had and he jumped up, because he recollected his plan, his strategy of the first time also. The same thing he want to do here also. But the jump made no difference. The water was still around me, and I looked for ropes, ladders, water, wings, nothing but water. A mass of yellow water held me. So once again he is saying here in this paragraph that there was no difference actually, right? And the water he saw around me everywhere, whenever he opened his eyes, he could see only water, and he was searching to get the what? He was searching to get the water wings. He was making the efforts to search the water wings, ropes, but that was his that effort was in vain, means in this line. But the jump made no difference. With whatever the effort he did second time also, that was in vain. So he still was submerged in the water, because he is saying the water was still around me. उसमें डूबा हुआ था, he was submerged under the water, and I looked for the ropes, and he was searching for what? For any help in the form of rope, ladders, water wings, etc. But he could see nothing. A mass of yellow water held me. So he is saying here that he could see only the water around him. Let's talk about the next slide. Stark terror took an uneven, deeper hold on me. Like a great charge of electricity, I shook and trembled with fright. My arms wouldn't move. My legs wouldn't move. I tried to call for help, to call for mother. Nothing happened. So here she is saying William Douglas is saying that he could see only water around him, and that time, right, at that time he was terror that grew intense, and he was feeling like that he just got the shock of electricity, right, throughout his body. I shook and trembled with fright. So he was trembled, he was trembling, he was his body was shaking due to this fear, and my arms wouldn't move. Here he is also saying that he could not neither move his limbs nor he could call out anyone for help. To call for the mother, nothing happened. So here he want to say that he could not call for anyone for the help. Next slide. And then strangely there was a light. I was coming out of the awful water. At least my eyes were. My nose was almost out too. Then I started down a third time. I sucked for air and got water. Now he is saying here that the second time, you know, when he did that effort, he just recollected that plan and all that. So, and then strangely there was a light. So here is saying that someone strange happened here, and he saw a light. His eyes came out of water. At least my eyes were, and nose was almost out too. So here he is saying that he tried to breathe. Means his eyes came out of the water, his nose was almost out, and then he started growing downwards again. My nose was almost out. Then I started growing a third time. So again the third time also he is going into the pool, right? And this was the third time it is happening with him, that he was unable to get him out of water, and third time he is going in the bottom of the water. So let's see the next slide. The yellowish light was going out. Then all effort ceased. I relaxed. Even my legs felt limp, and a blackness swept over my brain. So what he is saying here in these lines, that the yellowish light, right? Again he started going towards the bottom of the pool, third time, right? This was the third incident. This was the third, you can say, the happening, or the third time he was going into the water. So the yellowish light was going. The light went out as he drowned again, and then he stopped. Ceased means what? Ended, right? This word ceased means ended or stopped. So then he stopped making efforts. I felt relaxed. My legs felt limp. Earlier he was doing some efforts, but this time he just don't want to do anything, right? He just stopped everything, and William relaxed his legs, became lifeless, and his brain also, there was a blackness swept over my brain. So his brain also, so everything was, you know, blackout. You can say here that everything was blacked out, right? In the next slide, it wiped out fear, it wiped out terror. So he is saying that whatever he is saying, no, it wiped out fear, it wiped out terror. There was no more panic. It was quiet and peaceful, nothing to be afraid of. Now he is saying that that he stopped making efforts, right, to save himself, and he did not became panic also. He became quiet instead, right, and experienced peace. He was not afraid of drowning anymore, and he felt sleepy, right? Drowsy is what? Sleepy. So let's see. This is nice to be drowsy, to go to sleep and need to jump. To try to jump. It's nice to be carried gently, to float along in the space, tender arms around me. Tender arms like mothers. Now I must go to sleep. So here he is feeling that at that stage, this drowsy word means what? Drowsy means to sleep, okay? So what he is feeling here, that he felt sleepy, and he was tried to jump up, right? And he felt nice to be carried in his mother's arm, as felt sleepy. Is that time he was feeling actually nothing, right? He made no efforts to save himself. Let's see next slide. I crossed to oblivion, and the curtain of the life fell. And what is the meaning of this oblivion? Oblivion means the state of being unaware or unconscious of what is happening around one. And the curtain of the life fell means the life came to an end. So here in this paragraph, he is saying that after many hours, right? That time he felt that he was becoming. I crossed to oblivion means next he was saying that he crossed to oblivion. That William became unconscious and he drifted towards death. In this slide he is saying I crossed to oblivion means he was becoming unconscious, right? Oblivion means, and he drifted away towards the death, because curtain of life fell means उसको यही लग रहा था कि बस अब तो मर ही जाऊंगा, इसलिए कोई एफर्ट उसने किया ही नहीं. Next slide. Then the next I remember I was lying on my stomach beside the pool, vomiting. The chap that threw me in was saying, "But I was only fooling," someone said. "The kid nearly died. We all right now. Let's carry him to the locker room." So he is saying here that when he gained consciousness once again, he was lying on the stomach, on his stomach, and beside the pool only. Someone has actually dragged him or just get him out of the pool. So he was lying there beside the pool only, and what he was doing that time, he was vomiting the water which he gulped actually, right? So he heard someone scolding the boy also, right? That big bruiser, if you remember, जिसने उसको फेंका था पानी में, and said, but he said that he just make the excuse that he was just fooling. I was only fooling. I was just only fun. I was just making fun of the boy, right? So someone scolded him and said, "The kid nearly died, and you said कि तुम मजाक कर रहे थे. We all right now. Let's carry him to locker." In between there was a voice also that asked the boy to carry him to the locker room. Several hours later, I walked home. I was weak and trembling. I shook and cried when I lay on my bed. I could not eat that night. For days, a haunting fear was in my heart. The slightest exertion upset me, making me wobbly in the knees and sick to my stomach. So here he is saying that after many hours, right, he was there in that locker room, and after many hours he walked towards home, and he was weak and trembling also, right? He was shivering, he was trembling, he was very weak because he was afraid, and he kept on crying also. I shook and cried when I lay on my bed. So he said that he kept on crying as he lay on the bed. I couldn't eat that night. So he is saying one thing here also, that he couldn't cry for that night, and he was unable to eat anything for many days, right? And this incident made him physically upset also, mentally upset also, right? There was a great impact of this incident over him, and the slightest excursion upset me. So the slightest work, the small work, the slightest work made him feel that his knees were unable to bear his weight, right? Wobbliness, something he is feeling in his legs, right? And his stomach was also, he was feeling like vomiting, or he was not feeling good in the stomach also. So let's see the next line. I never went back to the pool. I feared water. I avoided whenever I could. So here he is saying in this line that he did not go for swimming pool as he feared the water, and he remained away from the water. Whenever he just get the chance to go near the water body, he just remained away from the water. So this was enough for the day. Please read the chapter up to here, and in the next video we will see the explanation and the chapter, the story ahead. Thank you very much for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.